So this is the first of the intermolecular forces videos. So we're going to look at London dispersion forces first. So these are the intermolecular forces, not intramolecular. They're not the covalent ionic bonds. We're talking about the interactions between two molecules. And the weakest of these are the London forces or dispersion forces or London dispersion forces. Now it's important to know that these occur in all the molecules and everything because everything has electrons. And so what you'll have here is an induced charge. So typically if it's just London dispersion forces, it'll be a nonpolar molecule. And what happens, it's very similar to electricity. At any one point in time, there may be one electron slightly more on one side, and that causes induction, repelling the electrons in this molecule to go over to the other side, and then we have an induced charge. So there is temporarily pos-negs on all these molecules, and so therefore there is a small attraction. Okay, so instantaneously induced dipoles is another way, another thing that people say instead of temporary dipoles. And just to look at these in a little bit more detail, because you're going to be having to compare molecules. These are the things that can increase. So always remember to include London dispersion forces as one of the forces that are acting. You will find that the larger the molecule, there's more electrons, therefore the London dispersion forces will be greater. If a longer molecule, again, same idea, longer molecule then a shorter molecule will have more electrons. Also, if they're closer together, because distance is more important than size, in these things they'll be like sticks that can line up rather than rounded things that have very little surface area. Straighter, long chains will have more surface area where they can induce charge much better. Okay, so you need to consider those things, not just with London dispersion forces, but also the two other forces coming in with that both have permanent poles in considering how strong the attraction is.